even if it was their fault, like with the modern day Joy-Cons. I feel like all those companies were way better. Like Sony was really good back in the day too. And so was Sega, to be fair. Even though Sega was like bleeding money out their ass, their customer service was really good. I remember noticing when that was starting to falter. From my experience, the first one to falter was Microsoft. And I remember I had a problem with something in regards to the 360. It wasn't the red ring of death or anything. It was the Wi-Fi. I remember them instead of just because I had grown accustomed to these companies just like caring about us and doing the right thing. And I remember they were starting to give me problems. That sucks. I feel like I was just getting used to that. Anyway, and they were starting to give me problems. And I remember Xbox One was the console where that literally just went completely and utterly away. They just didn't care anymore. They didn't stand behind their shit. I went back to Sony for with the PS3. But I don't really think any of them are very good anymore. I'll be honest with you. So, like the Switch 2 hasn't really been getting a lot of use. I don't really particularly find the stuff that's being released to be good. I think they destroyed Metroid Prime, in my humble opinion. Like everything that was great about that game, like the tone and all that, just seems like it was thrown out the window, which I don't appreciate. And yeah, I don't know. Like I was telling before, like most of their games are just rehashes of old ones. Like there's no reason why we need to be on Splatoon 3 instead of that just being like a new season or DLC. It's like it's just dumb. And every Mario Kart and every Mario, sport, tennis, whatever, it all looks the same to me. They don't really come out with new IPs very often. And then Sony stuff is just weird. Like I'm sorry, everything that Naughty Dog is doing right now is like I hate this whole divisive like politically charged nonsense. I'm just fucking over it. Like you shouldn't be making fun of your customers, period, and taunting them and encouraging them not to buy your game. I just feel like that's probably not a smart move. I don't know. Call me crazy. Same thing with Ghost of Yotai. I don't know. We have like the new Fable that's like the chick looks like a dude. I'm just tired of this whole like everything has to be quote unquote realistic. Even though the irony is that the freaking girls that voice act these female characters in these games are actually pretty. So how that's realistic to make them ugly is beyond me. I don't understand that. I'm just tired of it. And Sony seems to be kind of doing that the most, along with Microsoft. Microsoft's dead. Well, Microsoft's not dead, but Xbox is dead for sure. I don't see them ever making an Xbox that's ever going to even remotely get anything past third place at this point. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why I was so fascinated with like the Polymega and stuff. These are the games that are really truly important to me at the end of the day. Try that again. I am a lot better at these games, I swear. Just I'm talking. So I'm not really paying attention. I do hope the Steam machine does well. I appreciate Steam and their attitude towards customers. I think it's the right attitude to have. It reminds me of that 90s, 80s era where we were a priority. My problem with them specifically is that they don't really make their own games. Obviously, they make like Team Fortress and Half-Life and Portal, but they haven't done anything in a while. And I don't have a VR helmet, so I never played Alex. So I kind of wish they made more stuff for their own store, like Valve. I thought I hit him. I think if they did, they would probably feel like a proper leg, which is ironic enough for me to say because I'm pretty sure PC gaming sells more copies of games than the big three combined, and not by a small margin either. I got hit. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, it's just a weird world. Because, like, you have hardware going up in price as the years go on, which is just fucking weird to me. It just feels like everything's anti-consumer. Like the fact that we still have to pay for online on consoles is just stupid to me. And basically, all my favorite developers are either long gone or the people who are working there are completely different teams and don't represent the same people anymore. So, I'm not really into modern gaming so much. I've been really enjoying Arc Raiders though. It's been an honest joy, especially now that the thirsty people are gone and you can actually um, fight the arcs, which are like the machines in a game, without feeling like you're going to be third partied. And that's not obviously on Nintendo Switch, so yet another reason why I'm not booting up that system. LaShark was talking today about wanting to get back into Madden, and I haven't played that in a few weeks either. And I feel like the problem with that game is that it's so reliant on those card packs in order to keep your team up that if you stop playing that like every day, that you're going to get behind. And after you get to a certain point, then you're just too far behind to even matter, if that makes any sense. Like you can't claw back. So I'm not really sure about that system. I'm honestly kind of considering just moving on from it. I think this stuff here is basically what I really enjoy the most. And then for anything else that comes across that I enjoy, like Arc Raiders, for example, or Fortnite when the map doesn't suck, I just have my PC. I do like the Arcade Archive games on Switch. That's ironically enough probably what's keeping me there the most, which is kind of sad. I don't know. I guess I don't need the money or anything, so selling things doesn't really make any sense, but just not using it. Basically took all those to the face. That's great. Well, and that on a snow level, what do you think? I think I've been doing this long enough. We'll see how this goes. If you guys want to see more, let me know. But like I said, I definitely want to try out, now that I have PC again, put PCIe card in the slot so I can capture it instead of filming it off like here. And we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys later.